Good morning, folks. This is Killian Collins with CPI in Milwaukee. And, normally I'm in Milwaukee, but I'm up here in Appleton right now visiting some family. And we ended up talking today about division a lot. It kept coming up as we were talking about various things. It wasn't necessarily politics, wasn't necessarily, world events all the time. But over and over again, we kept getting to mislabeling about whatever your political beliefs are or whatever your religious beliefs are, that once you kind of state what you are, you then kind of feel pressured to preface yourself with, oh well, I don't agree with this person, or I don't really think that right away. And I got to thinking that where we're at right now, a lot of these definitions that are supposed to really describe what we believe in order to give people a correct perspective of where we stand or what we might agree or disagree with, it's really just being used as a jumping off point for attacking people for what you think that they're incorrect on, what you think you need to re-educate them on, what you think you need to fix their brain about or fix their morals about. And it's fake. Like it exists in movies, those kind of mic drop moments where you have like a West Wing speech where you tell this person off and they have nothing to say, and you used all these great words and your rhetoric, and oh my goodness, you're so smart, and how could they have resisted your intellect, how could they have done it, oh, and they've seen the light. It's almost some religious euphoria that they want someone to experience to, like, have this awakening of you being intellectually right about something or bring about a point that they didn't realize, when it is just kind of as simple as finding common ground about what you're frustrated about. And that's usually a good starting off point, is what you're upset about, and then what you really like. Because with my family, I'm around them because they're my family, and honestly, I still kind of like them. I don't agree with them about everything. They don't agree with me about everything. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. And that goes for our comrades and friends who have different political beliefs than we do, but are still being oppressed, are still being hurt, are still being, oppressed by the state. We love them, and we're going to stand by them, even though we don't agree on everything. Because at the end of the day, they're not where we're at. Yet. But to build up to that, you have to work at something. And that it takes time. It takes listening. And it takes humbling yourself intellectually and emotionally. And, spiritually, morally, any of those things. But what I'm really trying to get at is that it's important to listen to one another and really understand the emotional core of where they're coming from. Because if you don't have that, you're really not going to understand what really matters to them. It's not about correcting them on what they're right or wrong about. All those details can be hashed out later. What's important right now with building a movement of working class people is understanding there's the zeitgeist of where they are, of understanding what's the general thought going around, what's the general worry, what are their concerns, what are they building towards, what do they care about, what do they have in common with us, what can you look to them and say, I absolutely feel you right there, and I'm willing to help you get that done. Because at the end of the day, you're going to have to use that label of, hey, guess what? I'm a socialist. And people are going to have an idea in their head, and they're going to want to fight you on it. But it's going to be a lot harder when they know that they agree with you on a couple of things right before they know that label. So, folks, I just want to let you know, don't let the labels scare you, because we're a lot bigger than that. Have a good morning, folks.